Hey guys, welcome to Carey Digital, where I teach you how to create, connect, and earn in the digital space. If it's your first time here, welcome. If it's your second time, third time, if you're a frequent watcher, big up yourself and thanks for the support. In this week's video, what I'll be talking about is tasks that you should delegate as a small business owner. I know this topic too well because there's a thing called superhero syndrome that a lot of small business owners struggle with. I am one of them, and literally, you will feel like you can do everything in your business. You take on all the tasks, you feel burnt out. And side note, you want to check out my video on self-care tips for entrepreneurs and side hustlers because I spoke about being burnt out and because of literally superhero syndrome. So yeah, a lot of small business owners struggle with that. It's very prevalent among the community because a lot of small business owners really don't have the resources to necessarily outsource and delegate. But I've learned this thing from Courtney Sanders. You want to check out, guys. She's awesome at what she does, and she's an online business entrepreneur. She's an online business entrepreneur, and I literally learned this from her, where she said that if you have a skill, you can trade that skill to get what you want. So think about it. If you're a graphic designer and you need accounting, you can train your graphic designing business or service to get accounting services from someone else. So it's a little bit about like knowing how to really leverage what you already have. And yeah, pretty much that's it. So if you don't have the resources to do that, that's one thing you can think about, which is trading your skill. And the other thing is, if you have the resources or you're thinking about it, I would at least suggest that you at least budget or create some space in your budget for outsourcing and delegating some of these tasks that I'm about to mention. So the first thing I want to say to you is that because I'm suggesting delegating as a small business owner or outsourcing, I'm not saying you're not good at what you do. As a business owner, you don't want to be working in your business. You want to be working on your business, which means you need to be focusing on your revenue generating activities. You want to be focusing on things that brings in that bread, right? The more time you get to focus on the things that bring you bread is the more you can work on your business versus in the business. So one of the first tasks I would suggest that you should outsource is social media management. Now, this is one that a lot of business owners take on by themselves, and some business owners, I'm not going to knock them, do very well. Like, I follow so many small business owners who I know for sure do their own social media and they do very well. They get the engagement, they get the followers. But when it comes to like a high peak season in their business, then they get very inconsistent because they're not able to work in the business and work on the business. You get the drift? So what ends up happening is that they get very inconsistent. And the thing with social media, it's more than just having a social media account and just posting to that social media account. It's very about being able to conceptualize content, to come up with creating content, to schedule, to post, to engage, have that community management. So as I said, social media management includes all of those things, and it really requires some amount of time. So you want to be able to create a schedule or create space in your budget to outsource that task. Social media management is like one of the key things for any business owner, and you want to ensure you get a professional, not just anybody who said they're good at it, but a professional who can help you to think creatively to make your social media channel work for you in terms of getting new customers, engaging your customers, managing the community, and meeting the expectations of your business to help it grow. And as I love to say, make more bread. My second task that I would suggest is blog management. So if your business if you have a big blog in your business, then you would know that blog management is another heavy task that requires some amount of help, right? Whether you're delegating it, outsourcing it, or you're asking for help. Because with blog management, again, it comes to content creation, conceptualization, you're writing an article, you're editing, that kind of thing. So if you don't want to outsource the entire process, you could outsource getting someone to write the article and then they edit it, or you could write the article and then get someone edit it, and then you focus on scheduling, right? So but blog management is more than just, as I said, writing a content. It's about conceptualization, scheduling, engaging the community once again. So the task itself requires a lot, and you want to ensure that if you want to remain consistent and you want to keep your online presence going and flowing and thriving, then these are things you need to consider in terms of, you know, keeping stuff going, which is outsourcing and getting the required help. Then my third task I would suggest outsourcing is graphic designing. This is a big one. A big one because what I see a lot of entrepreneurs, especially small business owners, do, they take on graphic designing, like literally take it on. And again, I'm not knocking you. I'm not saying that some of you guys are not doing a great job, but hire a professional when you need to, right? Because when you create a design, you are putting the reputation, your brand presence out there, both in a visual sense or in an in-person sense. So you want to ensure that whatever you're printing or putting out there online represents you in a great way, that it looks clean, it looks cohesive, and it's not a hot mess, to be honest. But for some persons, they will say graphic designers can be a bit pricey, and that's true because graphic design is a lot of work, to be quite honest, right? It requires a lot, and you know, I'm not going to downplay the industry and the skill itself, because I know what it takes as someone who does graphic design as well. So what I would suggest for graphic designing is using this tool called Canva. Utilize Canva. It is affordable, it is online related, it's free, and you can literally purchase Canva templates. You can purchase Canva templates, you can get a designer in, you can hire me as well to design Canva templates for your business. So you'd get someone to create like social media templates, a flyer template, newsletter templates for your business, which you can easily drag and drop in the future. So what they would do, or what a graphic designer would do for you, is create that template in Canva using your brand elements. They're using the brand colors, they're using your logo, creating that template, and all you have to do is literally change out the text when needed, change the image, and go, right? So those are just some of the things in terms of graphic designing. You want to get a template and utilize Canva if you cannot afford a professional graphic designer, right? But if you can afford a professional graphic designer, go for it. My last task that I would say you should outsource is website design and management. This is another hefty task that a lot of small business owners and entrepreneurs take on. Like, oh no good sir, like, oh no do that. Listen, I've been on so many websites, and when I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, a professional could never in their right mind design this website for this business. Could I never? And the reason why I'm saying that is because, again, you're putting yourself out there online, you're building your online presence, you're building a reputation for your business. I'm not going to say everything is going to be perfect, because building a website takes time. It's go through a number of phases and stuff. But please, if you can't afford a website designer, at least get like a one-pager website that is like with a template that's easy drop and go. So it's pretty much plugging in your colors, plugging in your text, plugging in images, and literally not changing anything else, like nothing else. And some other good website platforms for that is Squarespace, Wix. Squarespace might be a bit more advanced for some of my for some persons, so I would suggest Wix but you also have free platforms that you can utilize, which I'll link below in the description. Some of those free platforms, I think I mentioned them in a previous video. If you watched my video on building online presence for small business, then you would have seen where I mentioned platforms such as Canva. How did I miss that? Canva helps you to create like a website for your business. It's not the most ideal, but for a starter, it's perfect, right? And as I said, I'll share a link and I'll be doing a video on how to create your website in Canva. So you want to look out for that video on my channel. So if you haven't subscribed, you want to subscribe, you want to turn on the notification bell because I'm coming with that soon. All right, so those are just some of my tips. Generally speaking, 4 major tasks that a lot of small business owners take on and they do, which they really need to outsource in their business, and that's social media management, blog management, graphic designing, and website design. So guys, if you need the help, especially as it relates to creating Canva templates, you definitely want to send me a message at Carey-Lee Dixon at gmail.com. Or you can just send me a message here or comment below and said, I need your help, and I'll reach out to you guys. And I have my Canva template shop coming soon. You want to keep your eyes open and ears open for that because it's coming quite soon. And I'm really excited about helping small business owners to just level up in the digital space and take things to a whole different level. So until next time, guys, bye.